Hey everybody, on Sunday, August 16th, 2020 is a very auspicious and high energy day. In the Vedic astrological calendar, this day the sun moves into the sign of Leo. Now, in Western astrology, the sun has been in Leo for a couple of weeks already, but in the Vedic calendar, the sun moves into the sign of Leo this year on Sunday, August 16th. Now, why does that matter? There's a relatively little known holiday. It's known more in the south of India, but even many people from the Vedic tradition don't necessarily know about this particular event. When the sun moves into what is called a fixed astrological sign, there are four fixed astrological signs. So the sun moves into these signs 4 times per year, about every quarter. When the sun does that, it's not just something to note on an astrological calendar. There begins a 9-hour window of energetic opportunity as soon as the sun begins to make that transit. And this particular 9-hour opportunity is known as Vishnupati. So you hear in that word that I just said, Vishnupati, you hear the word Vishnu. So again, whatever your spiritual religious background, please hear what I'm about to say, that Vishnu is a term that comes out of the Vedic tradition. It refers to one of the pantheon of gods, one of the most major gods, perhaps one of the major trinity of that tradition. Vishnu is known as the preserver and sustainer God, or the preserver and sustainer divine archetype. He, or this divine archetype, helps things to have longevity, helps things to not decline or go down, the good things in your life, good health, good wealth, good career, to be able to maintain stability, consistency, longevity without decline and without decrease. I have found, as when I began to know about this particular holiday many years ago, I began to feel very attracted to and guided to it. And in more recent years, I have felt very compelled by my own spiritual guidance to consistently, every 3 months when this event happens, to offer a group clearing event that is recorded during this precise time that helps to access the energy of Vishnu. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, what I want to say to you here, to sort of repeat, is that I don't look at the gods or goddesses as separate beings that we have to sort of decide, do I believe in them or not? We have to mentally decide, is it part of my tradition or not? And we have to then try to pray to them to be able to acquire their blessings and energies. We kind of all know that that strategy doesn't really work, because no matter our strategy or history or religious history, we've probably all tried that. Dear God, please give me this. And most of the time it doesn't really seem to work. The way I look at Vishnu and all of the other gods and goddesses, I look at them as divine archetypes. So these are divine archetypes that are beneath the surface of all of us already. So Vishnu consciousness, or the Vishnu archetype, is within me. It's within you, even as you watch this video now. As a matter of fact, it is fully within you. God, goddess, spirit, source, whatever name or non-name that you have for that, this is all contained within you right now, but it's within you in embryonic form. You know, why might you feel like your life is not very consistent? Your life has all these major ups and downs. Why you don't feel like you have enough? This idea of having enough is an expression of Vishnu consciousness. Why might it be that you feel like that's not really being expressed in your life right now if it's fully already within you? And it's because Vishnu consciousness may be lying dormant within you. It may not be activated. It may be pushed down, shoved down, blocked, and restricted by all of your own negative karma. The karma that you've inherited from your ancestors, the karma that you created in this and in past lives. What do I mean by karma? I just mean subconscious stuff, subconscious beliefs, programming, lack of worthiness, lack of self-esteem, belief in your own fundamental badness. All of this stuff that we store, the inability to forgive ourselves and others, all of this stuff gets stored within our own consciousness, and it suppresses the activity of the divine archetypes, even if we don't have any particular name for them. Now, even though my own tradition does not come from the Vedic tradition, I wasn't born into that tradition. What I have found very attractive about it is that this tradition has a very precise connection between the realm of the gods, the divine potential realm, and our realm here on the earth. They recognize that those two realms are actually one and the same. And over thousands of years, they developed technologies to be able to actually connect those, or not connect, but to reveal the fundamental oneness of those two realms within you. And when we are able to access that, do these remedial measures, activate and reconnect and heal and clear the karma, then we are able to realize what I just said to you, that the divine life, in this case, Vishnu consciousness, is already fully present within us. It begins to come more to the surface, and it begins to spill out to all activities of our lives, our thoughts, our feelings, and all external forms of manifestation. What exactly can this particular clearing when the sun enters Leo do for you? Well, the sun and Leo are very connected. As a matter of fact, the sun is strongest throughout the whole year when the sun is in Leo. Think about the fieriness of Leo, the fieriness of the sun. So when this happens, when the sun is most strong in this sign, it means that the energy, when we do remedial remedies and measures, when we do activations, in alignment with this sort of Vedic culture and archetype using modern methods, we're able to access the sun's power. We're able to access the power of Vishnu here. How do we do that? What does it do for you? Well, traditionally, money miracles, career miracles, energy for creative projects. I would also say one of the biggest areas that Vishnu consciousness is known to help with is healing. Vishnu is one of the archetypes revered in the Ayurvedic tradition, because think about it, Vishnu is preservation and sustaining. If you live a long, healthy life, that's an expression of Vishnu consciousness. So for the very first time ever on this particular date, within that 9-hour window, remember, this is not a 3-month thing you could do anytime. The precision of astrological timing is being really strongly considered with this clearing. During those first 9 hours of the sun's transit into Leo, I will be doing a group clearing. It will probably last about 2 hours. It'll be recorded remotely, then emailed to anyone who signs up. During that time, we are going to be actually working with the 108 divine passcodes, the names that reveal the nature of Vishnu. And what we're going to be doing is using those names, not chanting them over and over again. We're going to be using those names and looking at your own karmic database from your ancestors, from this life, from other lifetimes, and to clear, to resolve, to alchemize your particular karma in all of the ways in which it's currently suppressing and blocking the 108 names and natures of Vishnu from being fully revealed within you. This may sound complicated, it may sound kind of weird. How are we going to do any of that? You don't really have to worry about any of that. That's my job in this, is to help facilitate that for you. What you do is you sign up for this particular clearing, and when I send out the recording for it, all you do is relax, lay back, lie down, sit down, whatever feels good for you. Let the energy and even the sound of my voice kind of wash over you, and you will begin to feel energetic shifts and changes beginning to happen within you as old karmic material clears and gets dislodged. You will begin connecting in with all of the energy available at this precise time, and you will begin revealing Vishnu consciousness, the Vishnu nature within you. Even if this is not your tradition, even if you don't really even understand what I'm talking about here, you do not have to believe in anything. You don't have to change any belief systems. But if something I'm saying here about connecting with the sun, when with Vishnu at this unique timing, very potent to help create career miracles, money miracles, creative projects, and even to create longevity, as we reveal the nature of the gods and goddesses that are already present within you, but in dormant form, in hidden form, in non-activated form, as we begin to activate these energies within you, you begin to reflect and to reveal their consciousness in your life. And your life just begins to become better, begins to feel great. You begin to experience more rapport and harmony with your source. We all come from the same source. And as we reflect and reveal more of that source, our life begins to reflect that and to begin to become more auspicious, more beautiful, more powerful, more healed. Everything that we're looking for is easier to accomplish if we first allow the divine to transform us. And that's what this clearing is going to help you to do. So any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to post a comment below this video. I'd be happy to get back to you, and do sign up for this clearing on August 16th. Till then, peace and blessings.